legitimately strange things we should be directing our time, tweets, and energy toward. Weird things we've come to culturally accept as normal, like expecting women to wear uncomfortable shoes that make them taller, but not so tall as to scare straight men, how we shave some body hair while conditioning others, and the fact that we light a cake on fire and sing to it to celebrate being alive. Sometimes all I want to do is rip off my BOGO heels and scream, "What is even going on here?" There are rituals, specifically those of womanhood, that I follow blindly, only pausing briefly to contemplate why I think I need a $25 candle that smells like an ocean that doesn't exist. Going on a Target run makes me feel seen on a spiritual level, and I have more than once eaten Halo Top ice cream and called it self-care. I am not above admittedly absurd, ritualistic ways of living. I am deeply in the trenches of them, holding my breath and trying to make eye contact with someone else down here who shares my discomfort with the whole situation. I know I don't have all, or perhaps any of the answers when it comes to feeling normal in our weird human flesh. I don't know all the steps to freeing either the nipple or my increasing number of nipple hairs, but I do know that I can't keep up with all the tweezing, tittering, trimming, and shrinking socially required to be a normal human woman in this weird-ass world. I'm fucking tired. At the end of the day, sometimes I just want to laugh, or half smile, or do one of those appreciatory, silently blow air out of my nose but not really laughs. Maybe we can all exhale a little together. Part 1. On being #human TM. These are stories about our outward-facing selves, the face we put on when we leave the house, the assumptions people make when they see that face. As much as I'd like to mask the ways in which I feel strange or uncomfortable or out of place, the world is going to see me however they see me. These are stories about people's assumptions about me because I'm half Asian, half white, from the Midwest, female, racially ambiguous, violently beautiful, aggressively charismatic, humble. These are stories about how I've hidden behind the people I've pretended to be, and the people I'm expected to be, how I often feel I'm performing normality rather than just living it. They're about the fact that these are all standard practices of being a person. I am the girl from your tampon commercials. Everyone starts out strange. As children, we're all just tiny little weirdos testing the limits of what is normal, acceptable behavior, and what makes our parents blush or swear in public. But I wasn't a strange child, you say, actively blocking out memories where you shoved bundled up socks down your pants or played a made-up game called Dead Girl, where the whole premise was that you were a girl who was dead. I promise you, all children are fucking weird. When I was little, but not little enough for it to be cute, 9 or 10-ish, I used to play a game called Orphans with my sister and cousins who are all 5 to 7 years younger than me. The game went like this. We were orphans trying to escape an orphanage. That's it, that's the whole game. I think I saw Annie once and let it become my entire personality for most of elementary school. When playing the classic game Orphans, you start by making up orphan names and identities. I, the oldest and therefore bossiest/bitchiest of the group, took to writing down each of our names and personas in a notebook. This was the majority of the game. My sister, whose non-orphan name is Anna, would be a Jessica or a Stephanie or a Cassandra. My cousins would be a Stephanie or a Cassandra or a Jessica, depending on who Anna didn't want to be. I would almost always be Molly, a brunette with freckles. I could have been Esther, a fairy trapped in a human girl's body, or Indigo, an alien with 3-foot eyelashes, or even Deborah, a bucket with arms and legs. But my dream orphan girl was Molly, a brunette with freckles. That, I suppose, was the epitome of a pretty girl to me, as someone who was, is, always will be half Asian, half white, and wholly racially ambiguous. Though I was still too young then to be fully actualized about my race, I knew girls, even orphaned ones, were most important when pretty. My hair is